What's up, guys? It's your boy Chugs, man. I just want to talk about this battle, DNA versus E-NESS. Yep, I want to check out the battle. Just click show more down there. The link will take you straight to the battle. But god damn, man, this battle, from the start, it never had potential to be a good battle. Cause DNA is dope. He's in my top five. E-NESS, I don't know why he still battles, to be honest. Ever since he battled Arsenal, well, not bad. That was like, I think that was my first battle watching E-NESS. No, no, I saw him with some other dude on Grand Time. But E-NESS is garbage. To be honest with you, like he doesn't say anything meaningful. Just like Arsenal. Arsenal has he has a couple flares here and there, but overall, he doesn't say anything. Bars are just doesn't make any sense. Now, in this battle, DNA won 3-0. You know, there's no other way around it. DNA's schemes, his bars, his aggression, storytelling, 3-0. You know, now there was a whole lot of confusion going on during the battle. E-NESS kept on interrupting DNA's verse, all because the crowd was booing him. You know, crowd started booing Ness from like I think his second bar in the first round because crowd wasn't feeling it. Now with that being said, man, about the crowd, this crowd, it wasn't an NY crowd that people always say, man. Again, if you look back, not everyone from New York went to Summer Madness. People from all over, the country came to that battle. And you can't just tell me they all just, told each other, yo, I'm gonna boo this person, and then this person. No. If you're whack, they'll boo you. I kinda like that. But even though it takes away from the battle just a little bit, it kind of brings the battle rappers back to reality. You know, if you're whack, you get booed. Simple as that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the crowd, they're kind of they were kind of eager, to boo people, but you're a battler, you're battling in front of 2,000 people. Your bars aren't gonna please every single one of those people. Now, what I didn't like from Ness was that because of the fact that the crowd booed him, they booed him. He kept on talking during DNA's verse, telling the crowd to boo DNA on bars he thought were whack. Um, Ness, man, you dude is he's a crybaby, man. He's a crybaby. So just because he's acting like DNA told the crowd, to boo him. During his bars, DNA was quiet, listening. That's what you're supposed to do. Show respect. You don't talk through, during someone's verse. You just don't. Um, Ness, you got killed. There's no way around it. With the crowd and without it, you still got killed, Ness. I don't know why Smack would put him. You know, what I want to see now is I want to see DNA versus Holler. Because I feel like their styles are like pretty much compatible. Aggression, bars, storytelling, dope quotes. I want to see that DNA versus Holler. Um, E-NESS, damn, bro. Again, man, I don't know why Smack picked him. Could have given anybody, anybody but Ness. I don't think he has any fans. You know, what does he talk about? What does he say? I'm out of here, man. That's my little review. I just want to put that out there. Again, man, Ness, quit your crying, man. You get booed, you get booed. So what? You're still getting paid, right? You're still getting your money. So why should you care? I'm out of here, man. Post your comments below. Tell me who you guys think won that battle. Tell me who you guys want to see, DNA battle. Me personally, man, I want to see him versus Holler. I think that would be dope. So put your comments below. Please subscribe to my channel above. I'll see you guys later, man.